Kettle corn is kind of like regular popcorn taken to the next level. In addition to being extra crunchy, it's also got a really nice sweetness, almost like a light and fluffy candy. If you've ever been to a street fair or a farmer's market, maybe you've had kettle corn. It's often sold in these big bags, and it's really great to just kind of munch on. But it's not exactly inexpensive, and it's not exactly readily available. Well, that all changes today when I show you how to make kettle corn at home for just pennies. Let's get popping. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt, and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook no matter your skill level. And yes, today we are making kettle corn. Now, I'm sure you've made popcorn before, maybe in an air popper or, heaven forbid, a microwave. Well, after today, you're going to know not just how to make any old popcorn, but kettle corn. For this recipe, you are going to need a big pot. I recommend using a 6-quart pot like this that has handles on it. Now, this is a stainless steel pot. This works great for this recipe. Traditionally, kettle corn was made in big cast iron kettles, but for home use, something like this is going to work perfectly. You're also going to want to have a lid. I like to have a glass lid because that allows me to see all the popcorn that's popping, but if it's not glass, then that is all right. Now, as for the ingredients, we are going to use half a cup of popcorn. You can use white or yellow popcorn, it really doesn't matter. We're going to use a 1/4 cup of sugar, and that can be brown sugar or white sugar. And then finally, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Now, I would use just a plain neutral vegetable oil for this rather than something like olive oil. I think that would be just too strong of a flavor. Then finally, just a little bit of salt to help enhance the flavor. You'll also want to have some oven mitts, as these handles can get hot. Okay, that's all you need. Now, let's make some kettle corn. Okay, the first thing we are going to do is heat our pot, and we are going to use a medium high to high heat here, a pretty high flame. Now, I should say I've only used a gas burner on this. I've never used electric, but I would think that it would work fine. If you have an electric range or an induction range at your house and you try this recipe, please let me know how it works. But you'll want to use like a medium high heat for this. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to pour in our vegetable oil. Again, this is about a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and we'll just kind of move it around here, make sure the bottom of the pot is coated with that oil. Now, here's a trick that I like to use when making popcorn, period. And the nice thing about this recipe is that whether you make kettle corn or just regular popcorn, this method would work. If you want to make just regular popcorn, just omit the sugar. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take just a few of my kernels, let's say 3, maybe 4 or 5, put them in the bottom of the pan, and we are going to put the lid on and wait for them to pop. When those pop, we know that the oil is nice and hot and the rest can go in. So depending on your stove and your pot, this should take about 4 to 5 minutes. Just kind of let it go, and when the popcorn kernels start to pop, then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, those first few kernels have popped, so it is go time. I've removed the lid. We're gonna take our half cup of popcorn kernels, pour them right in. Now we're going to take our 1/4 cup of sugar and just pour this right in as well. Then finally, a little bit of salt. We'll just kind of sprinkle this in. All right, ready for your workout? It's going to be a quick one, only a couple minutes. Put the lid back on, grab some oven mitts, and start shaking. Now, you don't have to shake the entire time, but you do want to shake this occasionally. You want these popcorn kernels coated in that oil, coated in that sugar. Just kind of, shake it every so often, every few seconds, and we can see that these kernels are already starting to pop. Just kind of shake, shake, shake. Yeah, it's already starting to smell so good in here. Just kind of shake this all around. This only takes about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes for all this popcorn to pop. Of course, you'll know it's done when it stops popping, but look at these guys go. Yeah. Okay, our kernels have stopped popping. Again, this only took a couple of minutes. Let's carefully lift off the lid here and look at this. Homemade kettle corn in minutes. And what did this cost? Just like a few cents. I mean, popcorn and a little bit of sugar. But the real test is to give it a try. Now again, this is really, really hot. Usually I would let this cool for just a little bit, but if you have never had kettle corn, it is so surprisingly good. Again, it's that familiar crunch of popcorn and that, that familiar texture, but it's got this light sweetness to it, almost like candy. And what you'll notice is that some of it actually kind of clumps up, because what happened is that sugar is crystallized on the outside to create this thin layer of sweetness. So it starts to kind of like mound together. So good. So there you go. There's how to make kettle corn in minutes at home. I hope you give this a try and maybe surprise your friends and family with a big pot of kettle corn that you have just made at home. And as for how easy it is, that'll be our little secret, okay? Hey, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad that you are here. Until next time, I hope that you want to cook. I'm gonna pop some corn.